The trailer for the new Breaking Bad movie came out. A lady stormed Area 51, and there's some superhero rumors going on. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
It's a me,
Dario!
Woohoo! Let's go!
All right, so I learned a very, very valuable lesson yesterday. I need to make these videos fucking shorter. It took me 2 hours to export this fucking thing. 2 fucking hours. It was brutal. So I'm going to keep these shorter. That's pretty much going to be the theme for today. Also, we had Chef Claudia Sandoval, Master Chef Claudia Sandoval in studio today. She's super nice. She's super cool. She's opening up a bakery in National City, and she has a Kickstarter for it. If you want to check it out, just click the link on rock1053.com. It'll take you there. The food's phenomenal. I had some marranos, that's what you call them, and her logic for why she's opening it is awesome. The name of the place is called Cochi Dorado. It's delicious. I've grown up with Mexican pastries. For those of you who don't know, I grew up in Mexico. So I've been to a billion panaderias, and I've eaten a whole bunch of stuff. I had never eaten a marrano. And the way she describes it is because it's the forgotten treat. You know, it's the one that's always, nobody cares about it. It's neglected. And so she was taking that as her banner. You know, she's making it the cochi. For those of you who don't know, cochi, marrano, both of them mean pig. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's a cookie shape. It's a pig-shaped cookie. That's basically what it is. It has nothing to do with pigs. But she explained that since that's kind of like the forgotten one, I want to take that as my banner and reinvent it, show what it can actually become. The cookie was delicious. It was buttery. It was moist. It didn't crumble like a normal cookie. It was almost like not a chewy cookie, but it was closer to a muffin than to a cookie. It was so good, so good. I really hope that thing opens up soon. It's supposed to be June 2020, but who knows? You know, with these things, it always takes longer than you know. Anyway, the point is the thing was really good. I highly recommend them when they open up. And yeah, I got to enjoy them. I was one of the few people in the world who's gotten to try them, so suck on that. Anyway, I need to keep this short. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, you can listen to the podcast in the iHeartRadio app. Just type in the show % Super Dario World. You'll find it right there. Or you can find it on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube as Super Dario World Podcast. Boom. Got that out of the way. Also announced this yesterday, but I know that a lot of people don't listen on Mondays because it's the rewrite of Game of Thrones. I'm doing video again. You can see this video will be up later today. Like I said, it may be way later because it takes me a time to edit it out and render it and export it and everything and load it onto YouTube. But it will be out today at some point. Also, I will be doing a podcast in Spanish. I will start next week. You know what? I think I already got a bunch of stuff set up. Like, if you listened to what I said earlier, I had a couple of hours to burn, so I did a lot of the logistics stuff beforehand. So I might even do it this week. I don't know, but for sure next week, podcast in Spanish. I will be doing one a week, not a daily one like this one. So if you're interested, keep an eye out for that. If not, feel free to share. I always appreciate that. What else? I think that's it. Let's get into, I just saw, and by I just saw, I mean earlier today. I don't mean like just saw it. The trailer for Breaking Bad El Camino, which is the Netflix movie based on Breaking Bad or the continuation of Breaking Bad. It looks really fucking good. And you know, it looks beyond good. It looks great. I was very worried about this one because I don't know if Bryan Cranston is going to be a part of it. I still don't know. It's been teased a lot, but it's not confirmed. And because the ending for Breaking Bad was so good, it was perfect. It was a perfect ending. I'm not going to get into what it is, but even the name of the fucking episode, or what happened, because I don't want to do a spoiler, but even the name of the episode was perfect because it had so many meanings. Felina, that was the name of the episode. I'll do it real quick. It's a song, and the song's story kind of has to do with what happens in the episode. Plus, Felina, Felina. It's Fe is iron, Le is lithium, and Na is sodium. So you got... what is it? Fe, iron, that which is in blood, lithium, which is in meth, and Na, sodium, which is in tears, so blood, meth, and tears. It was great. It was brilliantly thought out from beginning to end, so I was worried that they might mess that up. However, just seeing the quality of that first trailer, I am officially excited. And it comes out in, 3 weeks? October 11th? October 11th, how long is that? Yeah, 3 weeks. So the wait's not that much. So that's great. I'm very excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I already got that day saved. I'm not going to do anything else, but I'm going to watch that movie. Anyway, that's the big news for today. Not the big news. There's also a couple of rumors going on. The first one is that actor Jeffrey Wright from, you might remember him from, what's the show? Westworld. From Westworld. He's, I don't want to spoil anything, so he's a character from Westworld. And he's rumored to be appearing in the new Batman movie. He might be playing Commissioner Gordon, which I think is kind of weird, but whatever. And actor Jonah Hill is rumored to be appearing in the new Batman as well, and he will be apparently playing a villain. Now, everybody suspects that he's going to be the Penguin because he kind of looks like the Penguin, but no offense. I mean, Fat Jonah Hill kind of looks like the Penguin. I could see it, but the rumor mill has it that it's actually going to be the Riddler, which I guess could be interesting. I don't know if I see him in that role. I mean, I guess it all depends on what type of Batman they're going to make. Is it going to be more a cartoony one? Is it going to be the darker one? I don't know. But Jonah Hill has proven himself to be a pretty good actor, pretty decent. And so it's good, honestly. It's good. Now, Robert Pattinson as Batman and Jonah Hill as the Riddler. It's an interesting pairing. I did not see it coming. But then again, I did not see Heath Ledger coming as the Riddler. I did not see Christian Bale as Batman. I did not see a lot of things. Now, the guy that freaking Jonah Hill's competing against is Jim Carrey, which I don't care what anybody says about Batman Forever. I enjoyed the movie, and I enjoyed it because of Jim Carrey. He was hysterical as that word enigma. So big shoes to fill. But we'll see. We'll see. If they go on a more realistic, darker take, it could be pretty good. I wish I could get deeper into a particular Riddler story, but I can't because it'd be a huge spoiler. Needless to say, Riddler is an underappreciated villain. Dude's an evil genius, and he's underappreciated. Probably because he's so cartoony. But anyway, that's it for that one. The other rumor that I want to get into. Oh, before I get into the rumor, Storm Area 51 happened, and it was only one old lady that had the balls to do it. Seriously, one person stormed Area 51, and it was an old lady who did not give a fuck. People were yelling at her like, don't do it, stop, blah, blah, get back. Others people were going like, you can do it, go. And only one person dared to cross the line. It was one old lady who did not give a fuck. So good on you, lady. I didn't even check her name because I don't really care, but good on you. Apparently they just walked her out. They didn't arrest her or anything. So kudos on you. You had more balls than all these other idiots that came out there. So I respect. Slow clap. Good on you. Respect. I love it. I love that one person had the balls to do it. One person. And it was the person you'd least expect, right? Also because I think she probably thought, you know what the fuck are they going to do to me? They're not going to shoot me. I'm an old lady. So kudos for her. She's clearly a psycho. Anyway, there's a rumor that I read that I found super interesting. And that rumor is that Marvel is losing faith. Well, specifically Disney is losing faith in Captain Marvel. Now, this is very, very, very interesting because apparently the reason why they're losing faith in Captain Marvel has to do with Spider-Man. So, Disney knows that Captain Marvel is a highly unlikable character. The movie sucked. Brie Larson did a terrible job there. The character is very unlikable, unrelatable, stiff, has no charm. And so Disney's plan for her was, we're going to team her up with Spider-Man, and Spider-Man will help make her more human, more likable. So, you know how I mentioned this? You know, this sounds very familiar. Well, something that I said before, that you can mix Spider-Man with anybody and it will work. Weird. Anyway, so it's a coincidence that it sounds familiar. But since Disney currently does not have the rights for Spider-Man, and it looks like it's still in a fight with Sony, it's making them lose faith in Captain Marvel. Why? Because it's a highly unlikable character based on Brie Larson's portrayal. All right? The comic book character, not my favorite, but not that bad. The movie one, terrible. The movie sucked. It made no sense. I hated it. It destroyed the... do I want to get into the story? I can't. I don't want to do spoilers, but it destroyed particular very interesting storylines in the Marvel Universe. Big ones. Big storylines based on the villains. It also destroyed the character of Nick Fury. Made him into like a fucking wimp cartoon character instead of the badass spy. It was bad. It was bad. Like, I remember, to me, the big thing, I saw it once, and to me, that was enough. First, I don't want to go into spoilers, but I also don't want anybody to see it because it was bad. Also, there was a whole bunch of rumors. The movie made like $1 billion, right? But there's a whole bunch of rumors and videos of theaters that were sold out for Captain Marvel that were empty. So the employees would go into a theater that was playing Captain Marvel that was sold out and take video of it, and the theater was empty. So there was a lot of rumors of Disney buying out the whole theater just to make sure that this movie wasn't a flop going into Endgame. So there's a lot of weird things going on around Captain Marvel, okay? A lot of weird things. And again, this is all speculation. Completely 100% speculation, but I like it and it makes sense. So I'm running with it. Anyway, where was I? Yeah. So the movie doesn't make sense for starters. If I understood the plot correctly, which I think I did, I like doing things mathematically, all right? So, first off, the thing that bugs me about most chick superhero movies is that they never explain what their powers are or what their limits are. For example, if anybody can tell me what the fuck Captain Marvel's powers are and where their limits are, I'd greatly appreciate it. I don't understand it. Supposedly, she's this all-powerful being who can destroy freaking battle cruisers, multiple ones, and travel in space, and doesn't need oxygen or anything, and can fly and throw photon. I think it's photon beams. I don't really care that much. Photon beams from her hands and all that stuff. Also super strong, super powerful. Photon beams, whatever. She can do all that stuff, but she cannot deal with a fucking chip on her neck. Really? Like that amount of power, you'd think it'd be able to override a fucking tiny little chip, right? So that doesn't make any sense. Also, if I followed the math correctly, she got her power based on a ship's drive that exploded, right? And she was in the vicinity. So that drive was made from the Tesseract, which the Tesseract, for those of you who don't remember, is the Space Stone. So a piece of the Space Stone gave her power. However, when she was facing Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, which has the Space Stone, along with all the other ones, she was able to overpower him. So how the fuck is the girl that got her power from a tiny piece of the Space Stone able to overpower not only the Space Stone, but all the other ones on the Infinity Gauntlet? Makes no mathematical sense to me. Also, this was actually the most egregious one. If I understood the plot of the movie correctly, it was all about getting the space drive that could allow you to travel at light speed, right? That was it. They were trying to get the engine that was created by Dr. Marvel first, the Professor Marvel, Dr. I don't even give a fuck. But by her, which allowed to travel at light speed, right? So that I want to spoil stuff, so I'm not going to spoil it. But they were trying to get that technology. For the aliens wanted that technology for themselves. But earlier in the movie, we saw them travel with a warp drive. Now, I know what you're thinking. What's the difference? Dude, isn't like light speed travel better than warp drive? No! It's like a step backwards. A warp drive is 100 billion times better than light speed. Light speed makes you go as fast as light. A warp drive actually bends time and space. So if you guys ever saw Interstellar, they explain kind of wormholes, how that work. That's actually the best explanation. So imagine it makes you go super fast, which is very helpful. But the other one, you bend time and space. So it's like you're going through a portal, all right? I think in the movie you see them actually go through a fucking portal. So that's kind of how a warp drive works. One is clearly better than the other. So why the fuck are you chasing an outdated technology? You already had the better one. Why is the whole plot of this movie trying to get a technology that is worse than the one you already have? Also, and now I'm just nitpicking. Actually, no, I'm not nitpicking because it doesn't make any fucking sense. The Tesseract, the Space Stone, allows you to travel in space. Like, just randomly pop up. We saw Thanos just pop up somewhere multiple times. Like a fucking warp drive! So how the fuck is the Tesseract that acts like a warp drive being used to make a fucking Lightspeed engine? The movie makes no fucking sense. It's terribly acted. It destroyed a whole bunch of characters. It destroyed a whole bunch of storylines for the future. I did not like it. And so the fact that Disney's losing hope, and there's a whole bunch of rumors about Brie Larson, about the rest of the cast not really liking her, about her just being shoehorned in to save everybody in Endgame. There's a whole bunch of stuff. And so, little by little, they start adding up, and I think there's a little bit of truth there. So, anyway, yet another reason why Disney needs Spider-Man. They need to get him back quick. So, I maintain my position that Disney will blink in this fight, and if they don't, well, then they're idiots, because they really need Spider-Man back in the MCU in order for anything to make sense. Anyway, that's it for today. Any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram. This video will be loaded up a little bit later today, hopefully not in 4 hours like last time. As always, thank you for listening, and I'll see you again tomorrow.